Good afternoon, Miriam. My name's Kerry. How are you today?
Good, thank you.
That's good to hear. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and have a chat with me today. Can I offer you a drink or tea or coffee before we start?
No, thank you. I'm fine.
Okay, no worries. Before we do get started, I understand you just came from an English speaking class with your husband and two girls?
Yes, we did.
Okay, how did that go?
It was good, thank you.
Oh, that's fantastic. Just so you know, your husband is more than welcome to join us today. We have a secure playground inside the community centre. The girls can play in there and we can have a chat if you would like.
It's okay. Jacob is playing with the girls in the outside playground so that we can talk in here.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. First off today, I'll just explain a few things about my role here at the community centre and just run you through our privacy policy, if that's okay.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. If for any reason at all you don't understand that anything that I've said or that I am talking too fast, just let me know and I'll slow down and just go over what we've discussed. There's also the option that I can organise an interpreter for us today as well, if you would like.
Okay. No, thank you. I won't need an interpreter. I understand English. There's just a few words I might not understand yet, and I still cannot write in English at the moment.
All right. Well, that's fine. No problems. Okay. So, as you know, my name's Kerry. I'm a support worker here for Connecting Cairns Community Centre. My role at the community centre is to offer information, referrals and support to our community members so that we can help you connect with and access any available support services that may be beneficial to you and your family, so that we can assist you in your day-to-day life and to help you reach your goals and settle into the community, if that's okay. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So a few of the services we offer are health services, education, housing support, financial support, group and social supports and programs and information, okay?
Okay, great.
All right. So, Miriam, I just need to let you know that anything we discuss here today is private and confidential. There are only a few reasons that I can disclose your information or give your information out. Some of those reasons are if I have your consent to do so. So if another support service needs your contact details or information from me, I need to make sure that I have your consent to pass out your information, okay?
Okay.
All right, and we've got consent forms that I can run you through just so that you can see what I mean, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Also, if you're at risk of harm to yourself or others, it's mandatory for me to report that either to my manager or relevant authorities also, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And the last reason that your information can be disclosed is if your records have been subpoenaed by the courts for whatever reason. Okay, so do you understand all of that?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, no worries. Okay, so I'm just going to take a few notes while we have a chat today, just so I can get some information and points down. And then we can have a chat and I can get your feedback and talk about a few services that you might be interested in. It's really important for you to know that you can share as much or as little information with me as you would like today. Obviously, the more information you share, the more referrals and services and information I can give to you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so with all of that said, would you like to let me know a little bit about yourself and your family and how you think we can help support you?
Yes, thank you. So my husband Jacob and I have two younger daughters. Angelica is 3.5 and
Okay.
Anaya is 7 years old. We moved here 4 months ago from a refugee camp in Tanzania in East Africa. We actually come from Burundi, but because of all the fighting and poverty and our religion, we had to travel to Tanzania for our safety, and we could no longer go back home. The last few years have been very hard and sad for my family, but we are so grateful to have become permanent residents here in Australia. We have got temporary housing at the moment, and Anaya has just started primary school, and my husband and I would really like to improve our English so that we can find work and start building a better future for our family. Because of what's happened in Burundi, we have lost contact with our family, and I can not reach my sister, who was hoping to come to Australia too. This made us so sad, and we worry for them all of the time. We have no other friends or family here, but we met some really nice people in our English classes and at the local church we attend on Sundays.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, my husband is very sad and upset that we can no longer find work. He was a farm manager in Burundi and I was a chef, but trying to find work has been very difficult for us lately. Something that was really worrying and is worrying me right now is that we have trouble sleeping because of the nightmares we're all having. We witnessed so many horrible things in the past few years, and although we were reminding ourselves that we are safe and grateful to be in Australia, these thoughts still trouble us and make us very sad and upset.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry to hear that. Thank you so much for sharing your story with me. You and your family must have been through such a great ordeal, to make it this far and to have gone through so much trauma and heartbreak. I really am. I do feel so sorry that you've had to go through that, and I will give you as much information and help that I can here through our community services and our community centre to help you guys take a few steps towards settlement and just to help your family reach some goals that you might have, okay?
Okay. Yes. I believe things will get better here now that we are in Australia.
Oh, that's a fantastic positive outlook to have. After being through so much, you must have such a strong and resilient family, and one step at a time. The first big step is getting this information to help the process start with helping you heal and settle into the community. So thank you for sharing.
Yes, thank you.
That's okay. I'm just going to go through a few of the notes that I took down just to make sure I've got the correct information. So yourself, Jacob, and the two girls, Angelica's 3.5 and Anya's 7. Is that the only family you've got here that you're aware of?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, no worries. So you're originally from Burundi and left due to turmoil and travelled to a refugee camp in Tanzania before moving here, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And it's been about 4 months, you said, that you've been here?
Yes.
Okay. And you mentioned that you're permanent residents as well. Does that mean that you've been connected to Centrelink and Medicare by any chance?
Yes, we are connected to Centrelink and we do have a Medicare card as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. There are so many fantastic services, health and social services that you can access through Centrelink and Medicare. So that's really good to know. I can explain a little bit more about their health and financial services and other services that they offer as well, okay? Okay, so you mentioned you have temporary housing and you're looking for long-term housing soon?
Yes, for
Yeah,
sure.
okay, so we've got some housing services. There is a fantastic organisation called Centrecare, and there's Centrecare Multicultural Services. So they are someone really fantastic that you can get in contact with and get access to. They have settlement services. So their settlement services provide support to newly arrived refugees, migrant communities, and asylum seekers. So they have a range of programs that focus on health and well-being, education and employment, and social cohesion in the community. They offer programs about learning about Australian law and our culture, housing and tenancy, employment education, like I mentioned before, and they do lots of support programs. So group work, youth support, mental health and wellbeing services. There's a great range that they can help you and your family with. Okay, so I'll give you their information today if you would like.
Okay.
Also, you mentioned that you guys are doing the English classes here. Is that twice a week?
Yes.
That's fantastic. That's such a great start. Also, TAFE is a fantastic service that you could use as well. That's our local community college. They have a adult migrant English program that is free that you guys could take advantage of. They do extra English classes to learn how to speak, read and write English. And they also help upskill for education and employment. So if you're interested, I'll give you their information as well. Yes?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, that's fine. Also, they have childcare facilities there. So if you and your husband want to go in and take some English classes or do some training in there with them, we can get in contact with them. I can also advocate for you, so I can ring and have a chat to people and find out more information if you're not comfortable doing so, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So your daughter's at school, Anya.
Yes.
So how is she going at school?
So far she's just struggling with English, but the counsellor at school is helping her.
Oh, fantastic. So you've been in contact with the school and they've offered a guidance counsellor, is that right?
Yes.
Fantastic. Also, the Education Queensland also offer a refugee program through our schools as well. We can get in contact with them and make sure that that your daughter's getting as much support as possible while she is at school, just for peace of mind for you, and so that she's getting all of the support while she tries to settle into school here in Australia, okay?
Okay.
All right. You mentioned before you have been disconnected from your family and your sister. I'm sure that plays heavily on your mind and heart and your families.
Yes, it does.
Okay. I could only imagine. So I can get you in contact with Red Cross Australia. They offer a range of supports for migrants as well, and they also provide services and that can help to trace and reconnect families who have lost contact as a result of international or internal conflict, war and disaster. So I can give you their number and make a call and start that process, and hopefully they can help you reconnect with your family further down the track if you would like that. Okay. All right, so I think with all of the information that you've given me some great information. There are a lot of services that I can give you information, brochures and referrals about. I'll just have a quick chat about some short-term, mid-term and long-term goals that we can work towards together, and I can help you support, okay? Help support you through, okay? Here at our local centre, we have counsellors, family support groups, and we offer all sorts of community support. We try and get the community together. There's play group twice a week that's run. There's yoga and youth programs. We organise once a month to do multicultural beach barbecues to get the community together, get people to meet and the kids to play and interact, and also have a few sporting programs as well. If you're interested, I can give you that information too.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I will give you the link to the Services Australia website, They have information to help visitors, migrants, refugees and asylum seekers living in Australia. So they give you a lot of information about services available to you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So just a few short-term goals I think that would be really important. Family counselling services. So we offer counselling here. We have child psychologists as well that work with counselling for children. Centre Care Multicultural Services, I mentioned before, they have amazing counsellors over there as well. And they explain the counselling process as well. Basically, counselling is support for the family to help them through traumatic experiences and challenging life challenges. So they can give you a few stepping stones and tools to help you maybe get to sleep better and work through the issues that you guys are facing due to what hardship you've been through, okay?
Okay.
And you can also access some counselling through our local doctor as well, okay?
Okay.
So some midterm goals would be I can link you up to employment services, we can organise TAFE and get some more English classes and help you work towards maybe some long-term goals, you know, working towards your education certificates, maybe other social groups that you might want to connect with further on down the track. How does that sound?
Sounds great, thank you.
Oh, fantastic. I know I've just given you so much information, but I'll give you a few cards, phone numbers, brochures, and our print off of our events happening in the community.
Okay.
And you can bring them home and discuss that with Jacob and the kids and see how they feel. And maybe we can make an appointment for later on next week to discuss a few of the services and go from there.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time
you.
today. We'll have a chat next week and see how you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you so much.
Bye.